Good evening, everyone. This is Critical Break, and it is a cold and gloomy Tuesday evening. It's been super foggy here, and I know I didn't announce the show tonight like I usually do, and I didn't set the event ahead of time, and flying by the seat of my pants as usual. Didn't plan any big topics for this evening. I'm going to pull up my chat room, see how everybody's doing, and then we'll get on with things. I'm starting a little later than I usually do. It has been a very hectic, busy day. Well, it's been kind of crazy for several days, but ending a very crazy day today. But I'm going to keep tonight short due to starting late. And I wanted to do something a little different this evening. So I'm going to pull up my chat room and see how everybody's doing. A little different this evening. So I'm going to pull up my chat room and see how everybody's doing. There we go. Hi, Miss Tawny. It's so good to see you. Hi. How's it going? Okay, I'm going to pop out my chat room and give me just a minute here and I'll get everything set up. Yay. Okay. Now I can shrink that. There. It's good to see you. Oh, tell your husband I said hi too. That's awesome that you both watched together. It's really good to see you here tonight. The like I said, it's been, I've been in my head a lot in the past few days. A lot in my head. And I think we all tend to do that. We get in our heads, especially when there's been a lot of events that are stressful. A friend of mine from another group that I have been working with on putting out positive energy passed away this past weekend. And the news of that kind of, I wasn't expecting it. So it was, she was a super kind soul. And she was one of those people that she had that calm wisdom about her. And you could tell she lived a lot of life. But so I had that, and I hope she's listening. We loved you, and we still love you, Miss Deb. But so we had that happen, and I did get to spend some time with my oldest daughter, and that was awesome. I've been really worried about her because of this genetic fun that we're all experiencing with the MTHFR gene and it being triggered by folic acid and other things, but folic acid in particular is a huge problem. But the fact that my daughter is having revelations about this genetic thing makes me happy, because her health was really deteriorating and it was going fast. And I was really concerned. So the time I spent with her was super productive, and she's really being proactive about figuring out what to do. So that made me super happy. You know how it is when you have family members that, well, some of them you can talk to and some of them you can't. And I'm sure you all know how that is. But um, it's always nice when they, have those realizations about certain things that you've been talking about. And anyway, so yes, that particular Deb was Wayne's moderator. Yeah, yep, exactly. That's the one I'm speaking of. Um, I'm not sure what happened. I haven't gotten a chance to talk to Carol or any of the other people from the group yet. And I spent some time with her, with Deb, and she was a really awesome person. Yeah, she's going to be missed, definitely, because she was one of those. You know how some of us, because we've been affected. I mean, I've got family members that have been affected negatively in the arena with psychological problems because of this particular genetic mutation being, or this genetic code being mutated and triggered. And like my daughter, dopamine, her dopamine receptors aren't working right. And she couldn't figure out why she was depressed. She couldn't figure it out. And so she's suffering from depression because of this dopamine receptor not working right. So the feel good chemicals you get in your body aren't there, or you're getting too little of them. And I've got a younger sister that suffers with that too. And I know a whole bunch of people that suffer with bipolar and depression. And it is chemical. It is their receptors not working right. And it's because of this gene mutation. So, um, the thing, some of us have our energy. Some of us have learned how to calm it, control it, um, and a lot of us suffer with anxiety. That's my big one right there, is anxiety. But if somebody would get in the room, you could tell that their energy was all over the place. And it's usually because of the dopamine receptors not performing like they should and things like that. So, but she was a really good calming influence on those situations. So yeah, it's going to be hard to go on without her right there physically on the video chats, and her influence. It's going to be missed. But so I had that. What else has gone on? I did talk to a couple of you all. Um, on Skype or Google Hangouts, and it was awesome getting a chance to um, meet a couple of people and two of them that I met are ones I've actually known but never talked on a video chat with before, but I've known them for several years, and um, it was really good to talk to them. Um, I find that getting to talk to you all is probably my best medicine. So, and I got your letter, Tawny, and that was so awesome. And the time you took to write all that down, that was amazing. Because I know sometimes it's hard to focus and get everything you want to say out. And yeah, I really enjoyed that. And I did. I read it several times actually. But oh, thank you. I do too. But yeah, it's been a intense, very intense for me the past few days. Just go, 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 go. I had to run down to Springfield, and yeah, it's just been, and I've been in my head a ton. And I mean, I feel like I have, excuse me, I feel like I have a lot of answers, but I still have so many questions. Um, I still continue to do research. Some of it, maybe that's part of the reason I've been in my head, because some of the research that I do is disturbing, and it sometimes you think to yourself, can we make this work? Can we do this? And I keep getting the kick in the pants. I'm not I can't let you guys down. That's the thing that keeps me going, is I know that all of us need each other. So that has been my biggest goal. Now, a couple of people tried to log in to the oh, thank you. Um, a couple of people have tried logging into the global care room, and it doesn't surprise me because when I first set up my account there, I don't know what was going on, but I tried several times and it didn't work. And I thought, well, I would maybe talk with you all, and maybe we could just use our hangout that I'm going to set up, and I plan to do that tonight because we need to get that going so we can all log in there and chat with each other anytime we want to, and meditate together if we want to, or whatever we want to do. I think it's important that we get that going. So that is number one for me tonight, is to get that done. But I wanted to um, see if anybody else was having trouble with that, and get ideas from you all as far as um, should we do that global care room, or should we just do our own? Um, I think there's a lot of groups um, doing what we're doing. And I think with us doing it as well, I mean, more's got to be better with the situation we're dealing with. So I'm thinking that maybe we just do it on our own and see how it goes, kind of thing. Um, we're not going to have the benefit of the map sort of situation, but we'll have the benefit of voice chatting with each other, and we can set together, we can set what we're going to meditate on and what we're going to push our energy out on specifically. So instead of using what they're working on and adding our own, we'll just do our own. But I thought I'd get some input from you all to help guide, because, you know, I might be the face on the streams, but you all are going to be the ones that guide where we go with this. So I wanted to make sure and include everybody on the decision on how to handle it. So anyway, I thought tonight, oh, I did have something really interesting. When my son and I went down to Springfield to visit my daughter, I stopped and got some methyl B complex vitamins, because that's really key for us, having methylfolate, and my doctor recommended one, and so I pick it up down there. But we went to the bookstore to get a book for one of his college courses, my son, and we came out of the bookstore and we got in the car, and he pulled out his phone to let his sister know we were done. And he goes, "Oh, look at that. It's 11:11." And I was like, "Uh-huh, what do you know?" So the repeating number thing and the 11:11 that everybody's getting, yeah, it's a thing. Even my son noticed it. So, and there's websites where you can look up what those numbers are supposed to mean. But I always wonder when I'm seeing those, uh, how do the people that wrote the website know what that number is supposed to mean exactly? Is it based off astrology, or it's a good question, right? Anyway, I think that tonight what we'll do is we'll go ahead and set up the room for a hangout, and you guys can do just voice. If you don't want to be on video, that's great, which is, there's a little camera and mic thing where you can turn off your mic or you can turn off your camera, or both, or whatever. So I figured we'd do that and get that started, and get the ball rolling. But yeah, it's been, yeah, there's been a lot of me being in my head, and I think it would be good for me to get out of my head a little bit with you guys. Definitely, because I know I've been enjoying the calls that I've been on so far this week. But anyway, so if you want to do a hangout tonight, let me know and I will send you the link. Let's see. I'm trying to think the best way to do this. I think the best way to do it is send me a quick email. Hi, Sir OR. Good to see you. Oh, yeah, that was one other thing I wanted to say. Some of us do know others like us, and it would be really great if you could share the channel with people that are like us specifically. I mean, I don't care if you share it with other people too, but specifically ones like us, because this is about us focusing our energy, our amplified energy, at getting rid of the negative in the world, basically. So, aw, thank you so much. I'm so glad to see you. It's really good when I see you pop up too. Make sure you tell everybody I said hi. And I miss them. I really need these guys are such pranksters and jokesters, and they're so much fun to hang out with. And Sir OR is from that community, and it is a vaping community. I'll talk about that really quick too while I'm thinking about it. Like I said, there's the nicotine in cigarettes actually does have benefit to people with this genetic mutation. I don't have it pulled up right now to give you the specifics, but it actually does help us. And that's why when we get, when we're smoking, we're so addicted to it, because it's not just being addicted to nicotine, it's actually having a health benefit for us. So that makes it doubly hard to quit smoking. So it is healthier not to smoke. And I'm definitely not going to tell somebody don't smoke. But a healthier option is using a vaping device. And, you know, for us, it's really hard to quit smoking. It's much harder than it is for somebody else that doesn't have this genetic code. So, if anybody's interested in finding out how to use these, your asthma, because a lot of us have asthma, will go basically away. Mine did. And sinus infections and things like that, all that goes bye-bye if you get rid of the cigarettes and can do this instead. So just let me know. Oh, yeah. The reason, okay, I've had this problem too, Miss Tawny. So because of a lot of us have allergies, some flavorings you'll actually be allergic to. I've run across this. I have trouble with watermelon. I have trouble with strawberry and some other flavors. So if you noticed, was it just one flavor you started having that trouble with, or did you notice, was it everything you were trying? Or because we could narrow it down to what was making you cough, because I know I have that trouble too. Yeah, yeah. See, nicotine helps with the blood pressure dropping out, and there's some other things. Oh, okay. So it may be the actual nicotine that you're reacting to, possibly, or the VG or PG. Do you know? I wonder, because it could be VG or PG that you're reacting to, or the nicotine itself. Um, I would maybe try one that is a high VG or all VG, because they do make VG flavorings, and there is such a thing as 100% VG e-liquid. So you might try that, because it might be the PG causing some irritation and making you cough, or it could be the actual nicotine. It just, you're going to have to kind of maybe give it a try, if you're still wanting to vape. basically. So you might have to kind of test the water, so to speak. Kind of like the elimination diet, you know, for histamine problems. Kind of like that, but for vaping. So the elimination diet for vaping. Okay. So, but there's a lot of great channels here on YouTube that are vape channels, and they are amazing. Like if you want to mix your own e-liquid, there's Fresho3. He's awesome. And then let's see, there's Tommy Vapors. There's oh gosh, there's so many of them. There's Nikki B and Michaela Vapes, and there's a whole bunch of them. I should get a list together and put links in so you guys can get a chance to check them out if you're vaping or interested in it. So, because they give you so much information, it's so awesome. You can learn how to build coils. You can learn about new vaping devices or new flavors that are coming out, or all kinds of stuff. So, or how to mix your own e-liquid, which that's what I do, is mix my own. It's cost effective. I couldn't afford to smoke, so I have to keep my vaping cheap too. So I build my own coils. Like this little guy here is an OBS engine and mini. It's a 22 millimeter, I think it is, and you build your own coils for this. It's a RTA, so that means that you build your own coils and wick them and all that, which I prefer because I've had tanks that use the pre-made coils. Nothing but trouble, at least for me anyway. And so I like building my own. And you can buy actually just the coils like you would wrap yourself. You can buy those too even. So there's all kinds of options, tons of them. And I've got I've got a RDA too on this. This is these two mods are eLeaf Pico, my favorite mod on the planet, because they're small, they fit in your hand. See, I mean, I got small hands, and see, I can almost palm this. And then I've got a bigger device too. The this one is the Joytech Cuboid. It's a 200 watt, and I've got a couple of bigger tanks I put on this. The one's a RDTA, and it has really great flavor. But anyway, so that's an option if you want to quit smoking. It's healthier than smoking is, because with the smoking you're getting your nicotine, but you're getting a whole lot of other stuff, and that we tend to have a lot of trouble with sinuses and asthma. So anyway, so yeah, you might look into trying, you know, the VG, 100% VG. And you can learn how to mix your own if you haven't done that. So that might be an option. Maybe. We'll see. Anyway, so tonight, just send me a quick email to criticalbreak@outlook.com, and I will send you a link for a hangout, and we'll just sit around and chat, and that way I can get to know everybody, and get a chance to just kind of relax tonight, kick back and chat and get your opinions on what we should do as far as our meditation room. Anyway, let's see. Oh yes, I know what it was. I wanted to do something here. There we go. There we go. All righty. Miss Tawny, I hope it's okay. I just made you a moderator. I hope it's okay with you. I should have asked first, but but I thought it wouldn't hurt because, you know, you never know when you're going to get weird people in the chat. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out early and shoot me an email, and I'll set up the chat room. It can be tonight, tomorrow, whenever you guys want, because like I said, this chat room is going to be open all the time so that we can all get together and chat. Anyway, so I'm going to end for tonight and wait to hear from you all. And in the meantime, I will get us set up for Thursday night for a stream on Thursday. Anyway, I hope everybody has an awesome night, and I love you guys from here to the stars. Anyway, talk to you soon. Night.